Yo guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink, and today we're going to talk about Jazz Guitar Essential, the Aeolian mode, and that's how it's gonna sound. And so on, we're going to really figure out how to play the Aeolian mode in a jazz guitar setting. And the good news is it comes very close to what you already know, what most players already know from them just playing the pentatonics in any surround. So we basically, you can, if you want to, you could also play the pentatonics over Aeolian, but if you want to sound jazzy, you better figure out how you use the Aeolian mode. And let's get started. Let's first figure out some typical chords which you can play on a Aeolian. And in this case, we're doing a Aeolian mode. So we're playing an A minor 7 chord, which is the easiest way, this one here. That's the jazz way of playing an A minor 7 chords. Pretty simple. The root note is missing because we don't need it, because the bass player is doing it for us, or even if you play without bass, that's how it's done. What is also used quite often is the A minor 9 chord. It's quite simple, this one here, and the pinky goes here in the 7th. Or as an alternative, A minor 9 chord, this one here, 10, 12, 12, 12. So you can switch between, you can play a rhythm or just lay those chords down as you wish. And we also want to have the A minor 11 chord. This would be something like this. We make a bar in the 3rd, and here in the 5th we have the pinky and the ring finger. Is also quite nice. Let's play a little bit with these chords. Something like that. You can be really creative with this stuff, just go with the flow. Now when we want to play an Aeolian solo, I already mentioned, it's probably quite easy because you can, if you come from the A minor pentatonic, which probably all of you guys out there know, you can do that if you want, but it doesn't really fit if you want to be in a jazz guitar surrounding it. It doesn't completely fit because one note is really missing, and we're going to figure out the Aeolian mode here. You can do either this one here, which is probably the most common one, but I also recommend that you already start using this pattern here. The 3 note per string pattern. Why? If you fulfill the whole thing, A minor Aeolian, we cover from here till here, the fretboard, and then we just need a second position here. That will be the next one, but will not talk about this today. And this one goes from here to here, so we cover the whole fretboard if you do 3 note per string patterns. So I strongly recommend to start with 3 note per string pattern as early as possible. But of course you don't need to do that, you just can figure out. And the really important note is this one here, the B. Why? Because this is the 9, and you can just sit on this B, and this already sounds nice. Or some this. Here's the same note. As you can see, this is the main note, which gives kind of this lyrical Aeolian vibe, jazzy vibe. If you wish, you can also add the D, which is the 11 from this chord. Also can sit on that note if you want. And on the B. So you can just play around a little bit. What also is very common is that you play the arpeggios. So we play around the 9 with an arpeggio. We start here. Here, then we go on the B, move up here, and go to the B with the arpeggio. You can do it either this way or with a 3-note per string pattern if you want to do. It's the same notes, just a different type of playing them. They also sound really nice. Or the opposite. Or you can do both ways. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever you prefer, but that's the way you really work around with the Aeolian, and also do something like this also works. Let's do this. Yeah, as you can see, that's the way you really figure out with the Aeolian. And what I would not recommend to do typical pentatonic licks like that doesn't sound jazzy, you know, I show you. I mean, it doesn't sound wrong, but it sounds kind of odd because it doesn't really fit into the genre. Really go, I would really strongly recommend figure out these essentials by using the Aeolian mode, and then you're ready to go. You guys, that was already Jazz Essential, the Aeolian mode. It's really quite simple. You just figure out those notes, those chords, and then just start to give in that typical jazz vibe and just go for it. However, if everything was too fast for you, I've wrote down everything which I was talking about, the chords, a few examples with licks, that you get some ideas what you can do, and you can also download this cool backing track where I play the piano and the bass. My own production from the HPCrazy studios, and I created in a way that I'm using the reverb of the Birdland, the famous Birdland club in New York, and so you have a feeling you're inside the Birdland playing your jazz guitar. It's quite cool. Yo, the stuff is available for download, of course, in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. If you love my channel, please subscribe to my channel, please follow whatever I do, and please share to the world that me and Dr. Pink are existing in order to support me and Dr. Pink. The best would be to become a premium member on the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. You have something more to say, Mr. Pink? It's quite moody. Holy cow. Dr. Pink is really moody. I better get an ice cream for Dr. Pink. See you guys.